Your pheasants can be pretty yard ornaments or pay your feed bill. Here's what they don't tell you: game birds can make money faster than you think if you run them like a business. If you've got space, a little patience, and a soft spot for those long tails and bright masks, this video is your working plan. I'm going to show you how people turn pheasants into steady income, hatching eggs and day-old chicks in spring, started juveniles for backyard keepers, flight-conditioned birds for preserves and dog trainers, table birds for legal markets, clean feathers for fly tiers and craft studios, and even compost from bedding that gardeners pay for. You'll learn the setups that keep birds calm and alive, the paperwork to check before you sell, simple pricing math, how to find real buyers, and a clean timeline to your first sale. Stay to the end, because I'll also show you the quiet mistake that eats profit with pheasants, and the tiny fix that flips the whole operation. Let me pull you into a quick story. After watching a field trial, Marco decided to try pheasants. He started small: one incubator, 20 fertile ringneck eggs, and a cheap pen that looked fine on paper. The hatch went well, little rockets with legs. Week 3, pecking started. Week 5, 2 birds found a gap and went on a joyride. Marco almost quit. Then he did the boring things that matter. He added fresh greens and brush for cover, reduced crowding, fixed every gap you could slide a finger through, and hung a few cabbage heads to keep beaks busy. Losses dropped. By week 14, the birds were flying like darts in a tall netted pen with natural cover. A nearby preserve bought his first batch for their fall hunts, and a trainer booked 10 more for dog work. Same birds, smarter setup. That's the shift we're aiming for. First, pick your money lanes. You do not need to do everything at once. 2 strong lanes beat 5 messy ones. Pheasants are seasonal, so plan around the calendar and your local rules. Lane 1 is hatching eggs and day-old chicks. Pheasant hens, ring-necked or the classic, lay in spring and early summer. A good breeder ratio is around 1 cock to 6 or 7 hens for solid fertility. Incubation runs about 23 to 24 days for ringnecks. Chicks sell fast when you take clean photos and have a simple pickup plan. Teachers, hobby keepers, and small farms love them because they grow quick and don't need a huge barn. Lane 2 is started birds and breeder trios. Not everyone wants to brood tiny rockets. Healthy sex juveniles at 6 to 8 weeks, or proven breeder groups later in the season, bring bigger checks and fewer no-shows. This lane pairs well with your hatching program because it's literally the next step. Lane 3 is flight-conditioned birds for preserves and dog trainers. This is where game birds shine. At around 14 to 16 weeks with space and high pens, pheasants fly hard and true. Hunting preserves buy by the lot, and pointing dog trainers use steady, strong flyers all year. These buyers care about condition: strong wings, clean tails, good weight, alert eyes, and a bird that doesn't crash into netting because the pen taught it to dodge. Lane 4 is table birds, where legal. Some regions allow farm-raised pheasants to be processed and sold to restaurants, or direct to consumers through approved processors. If your area allows it and you're ready for that path, pre-orders and tight pickup plans are your friend. Pheasant has a mild, lean taste that chefs love in fall menus. Lane 5 is byproducts. Feathers from molts and processing can be sold clean and sorted to fly tying shops and craft studios. Composted bedding turns into garden gold in spring. Small farm tours and photo days with strict safety can add a nice drip of income if you have insurance and good fences. Before we touch a single egg, talk to your local wildlife and agriculture offices. Many places require a game bird breeder license to keep and sell pheasants. Transporting live game birds across county or state lines may need extra paperwork. Selling meat or eggs for eating has its own rules. This isn't scary, it's a checklist. Make 2 calls, read 1 page, and run clean so you can sleep. Setups decide your profit. Pheasants stress easily, and stress is where pecking, escape, and losses start. For brooding, think warm, dry, draft-free, and escape-proof. Start chicks around 95 degrees the first week, and lower the heat about 5 degrees weekly as they feather out. Use non-slip flooring so legs don't splay, and keep waterers shallow with marbles or risers so no one swims. Feed a high-protein game bird starter, around 28 to 30% for the first few weeks, then shift to a grower in the low 20s. Clean water always. For grow out, space and cover are everything. Pheasants in bare pens get bored and mean. Tall pens with netted tops, real or planted cover, sorghum, millet, broomcorn, brush piles, and places to hide change the whole mood. Many small farms build long pens at least 6 feet tall under netting so birds can flush and learn to fly. Hardware cloth or tight wire on the lower sides stops predators and curious paws. Fix gaps the size of your thumb. Some farms use temporary peepers, small blinders, to reduce picking. Others solve it with better design and more greens. Your call? Just put bird welfare first. Now, how do you price without guessing? Start with feed and time. A day-old chick you buy or hatch has a cost. Add starter feed, grower feed, bedding, heat, and a small share of your pen materials across the group. Add your time to brood, clean, and fix pens. That gives you a floor price at each stage: day-old, started juvenile, and flight conditioned. Then look at your market. Preserves and trainers pay for strong flyers and reliability. Hobby keepers pay for healthy, sexed juveniles that don't need heat. Hatching eggs, price above table eggs, because fertility is value and shipping takes work. Table birds include processing costs and packaging. You don't have to share your math with buyers, but you should have it written in a notebook so your voice is steady when someone asks, "What's your best price?" Who actually buys? Preserves want birds in batches and will ask about delivery, loss rate in transport, and flight quality. Dog trainers want a few every week, year-round if you can supply them, and they'll become your best repeat customers if your birds flush clean and handle well. Chefs want consistent carcass weight and a reliable pickup window. Backyard keepers want calm, healthy juveniles and honest tips on housing. Teachers want a clear hatch date and a simple care sheet. Crafters and fly tiers want clean, sorted tail, and flank feathers with no broken quills. Gardeners want compost that won't burn seedlings. Speak to each one in their language and keep your promises short and strong. Let's hit the problem that sinks most new pheasant projects. They try to copy a chicken plan. Chickens forgive mistakes. Pheasants don't. They fly hard, spook fast, and pick each other when bored. They hate tight corners, love cover, and will find the one gap you forgot. If your mindset is throw them in a pen and hope, your money will walk out the door on 2 legs. The fix is not more gadgets. It's a better design and a calmer calendar. Here's how we develop the plan. Start with a 1-page menu and a calendar. Your menu might read: hatching eggs, April-June, day-old chicks weekly in May-June, started juveniles in June-July, flight birds August-October by pre-order, feathers and compost year-round. Your calendar then sets actual. If pecking still shows up, first add space and enrichment. Hatch dates backward from when preserves book birds. If a preserve wants flyers in September, you count back 14 to 16 weeks to plan your first set. If a teacher wants chicks the first week of May, you set eggs mid-April. This one page saves you from overpromising. Build relationships before birds are ready. Walk into a preserve in the off-season with a simple one-page sheet. Your farm name, license number if required, your biosecurity basics, your pen setup, and what you plan to supply this year. Don't oversell. Ask what they wish small growers did better. Listen. For dog trainers, bring 2 test birds in a secure crate and ask for honest feedback on flight. If they love them, set a small weekly standing order. For chefs, show a clean, chilled sample, if legal, talk weight range, and offer a reliable delivery day. For hobby keepers and teachers, post clear dates and clean photos of your brooder and pens. People buy proof, not hype. Transport can ruin a good day if you ignore it. Use well-ventilated crates with enough headroom that pheasants don't break tail feathers, but not so tall they launch and bang around. Keep trips short in heat, and don't pack birds tight. Shade the truck bed and move early or late in hot weather. Losses in transport come out of your pocket and your reputation. A cool, calm hour on the road is a selling point. You're probably wondering about numbers. Here's simple, honest math to think through. Imagine you hatch 200 chicks in spring. Plan for a real, conservative survival rate through brood and grow out, then try to beat it with good care. Of those, a set number becomes started juveniles for hobby keepers at 6 to 8 weeks. Another set you grow to flight condition for a preserve at 14 to 16 weeks. Your feed log tells you what you spent. Your sale prices tell you what came back. Your goal isn't to squeeze every dollar from each bird. It's to turn batches smoothly with low losses and fast, polite communication, so buyers rebook without you begging. Here's the key moment, the part where this stops being a daydream. In the next 7 days, do 3 things. 1, call your wildlife office and find out exactly which permits you need to raise and sell pheasants in your area. Write the steps on 1 card. 2, design 1 starter pen and 1 tall flight pen on paper with real measurements. Then price the materials so you know your build cost. 3, set your first hatch date on a calendar and work backward. Breeder light schedule, egg collection dates, incubator cleaning day, lockdown day, brooder ready day. While you wait for that first hatch, line up 1 trainer and 1 preserve and ask what dates they need birds. You just built a business in a week with a pencil and a phone. You're going to hit snags. A storm will tear netting. A red tail will sit on a post all afternoon and turn your birds skittish. A few young cocks will decide they hate each other in week 10. Breathe. Tie down the net. Add more cover. Split troublemakers into separate pens. If pecking pops up, give space and jobs. Toss greens. Hang cabbages. Add brush. Reduce density. Dim the light a notch. Like, fix it fast. Then write it down your motto so you never meet the same problem twice. Let's talk welfare and image, because they matter to buyers and to you. Keep pens clean and dry underfoot. Mud makes sick feet. Give shade and wind breaks. If you use peepers, learn to place them correctly and check often so they don't rub. Handle birds only when needed and with care. Use a soft net and calm hands. A stressy farm makes stressy birds, and stressy birds don't sell well. A calm farm makes repeat customers. That's not fluffy talk. That's money. Marketing is simple when you show the right things. 1 close shot of a ring neck flushing inside a high pen tells a preserve you know what you're doing. 1 photo of a clean brooder with happy dry chicks and a thermometer tells a teacher their hatchlings will be safe with you. 1 clean tray of sorted feathers tells a fly tier you respect their craft. Keep captions short. What it is, what's ready, how to book, and your pickup or delivery plan. Answer messages fast, even if the answer is, I'll confirm by 3 p.m. When it's time to grow, grow in lines, not blobs. Add one more pen, not 5 random cages. Add one more weekly standing order, not 21 offs. Add one helper on your busiest day, not 7 when you don't need them. Growth that looks boring is the kind that sticks. Let's land the plane with a quick story you can borrow on slow days. A small farm I know started with a single flight pen and a goal: be the easiest call a trainer makes all week. They set 2 hatches, kept losses low, and delivered 5 birds every Friday at 8 a.m. on the dot for months. No drama, no running late. The trainer told 2 friends. By fall, the farm added a second pen and a preserve order without changing their pickup time. That farm didn't chase. They became a habit for their buyers. Habits pay. Here's your recap in plain words. Pheasants can pay if you pick 2 money lanes, get legal, and build pens that keep birds calm, dry, and covered. Hatch with a schedule, brood warm and safe, grow out with space and brush, and flight condition in tall pens so birds move like they should. Price with real math from your feed log and your time. Sell to people who already need what you make. Preserves, trainers, chefs, teachers, hobby keepers, and speak their language. Fix problems fast and write them down. Keep promises small and strong. That's the whole game.